Inicio de semana Houston, esta semana definitivamente diferente de la semana pasada. Después de mucho tiempo seco y soleado, estas semanas se esperan lluvias y tormentas diarias.
Of rain and storms push their way through the area, the first of which arrived overnight. Perhaps you had a rude awakening. Sorry for that. Definitely 1 to 3 inches of rain falling on the north and west side of town. Radar estimates over the past 12 hours showing that. South of town, not as much. So they did kind of fall apart as they push closer to the coastline, only dropping about a couple tenths of an inch in a few spots. In some areas, not seeing any rain at all. But we do have quite a bit of rain to still work through by the time we make our way towards the end of the week. In addition to the fact that we saw some briefly torrential rain, there were a lot of wind damage reports up in and around College Station. We also had some small hail off to the west and a lot of thunder and lightning in association with these storms. There were a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings that went out. Take a look at the peak wind gusts from the storms overnight. The sensor on Kyle Field at College Station clocked an 85-mile-an-hour wind gust, and there was a report of a downed awning at a gas station, so I wouldn't be surprised if that verifies. These are all, of course, preliminary at this time. 69-mile-an-hour gusts in Navasota, 62 up at the big airport, and then things trail off from there, but plenty of wind gusts in between about 30 and 50 miles an hour as these storms did roll through overnight. Things are now quiet, but we do expect storms to kind of regenerate later on this afternoon and evening. Also quiet is the Atlantic Basin, so our Lena is no longer with us and nothing else being monitored for development at this time. While we don't expect severe weather over the next few days or locally heavy rainfall that could prompt some minor flooding, we've been dropped from that outlook. We do still have rain and storms to work through, and so the Fox 26 weather app will be handy as you can actively monitor that on radar. We had those early morning storms that have fizzled out to kind of drizzle or mist, and as we make our way through the day, I think we'll be partly to mostly cloudy, but also mostly dry until about midday, 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then we'll start to see some isolated to scattered showers and storms redeveloping as we make our way through the evening hours, and then eventually that will wane once again. So this is going to come in rounds and waves, not raining all the time. Once again, we get to Monday afternoon and evening, and storms are going to start to regenerate again. So something we'll have to be on the lookout for from time to time, but in general, the trend is as we make our way through the week, rain chances go down, temperatures go up on the thermometer. So we're going to be drying things out and heating things up as we make our way into next weekend, once again in the low 90s. We'll be right back after this quick break.